Good evening, Super Metroid Randomizer fans. Happy Sunday evening to you all. Thank you for joining us here on Speed Gaming 2 for more Super Metroid Item Randomizer League Season 3 playoff action. My name is the Hockey Towner, and it gives me great pleasure to bring you tonight's race between Dog Ate My Morphball and Funky Town, represented by cemo and Zoast, respectively. But I'm not alone here in the commentary booth. We've got a great crew for this race. We've got Kev Nastix on the mic and 2D Tones on the tracking. What's going on, Kev?
Hey, it's really good to be here with you back in the booth again for another one of these randomizer matches, and it's also a dash randomizer. And I don't know about you, but I love dash randomizer. I think this rando that Kip and the gang came up with really puts an interesting spin on your major minor randomizer. It's really cool tech in it. You start with a nerfed up charge beam that does same amount of damage that you would with your regular pea shooter, but you can charge it. So there's a lot of soft lock preventions and a lot of interesting features like the spazer beam. If we get a chance to talk about that, has a couple extra uses in this, and also great runners, cemo and Zoast. I mean, how awesome is this? It looks like they're even ready to go.
That's right, 2D. Here we go. We're off to the races. This is the first match of the quarterfinals between these two teams, but we have a very special presentation for you tonight. The first three races between these two teams will be on Speed Gaming 2 back to back to back. Kev, it's just chock-a-block full of exciting Randomizer League action.
Yeah, if you love Super Metroid, this is a good night for you. A lot of action here with Dog Ate My Morphball versus Funky Town. Two really spectacular teams and two really spectacular team names. You know, I think we were talking earlier in the chat that Dog Ate My Morphball would be a good contender here for best name in the league.
Oh, no question about it, Kev, but also a very, very talented group of runners, but going up against a very popular favorite to win the whole Season 3 tournament.
Yeah, the pleasure and the privilege going up against Funky Town. I got to race Kip in a dash rando and got smoked pretty fast by a nice jet seed, but it was a ton of fun to play. And you know, my teammate Callie had a good time racing Zoast, so really exciting to be here to do counts for the match. And you know, Diane, my mother, know those runners there. They're really good runners. I'm just ready to go. Let's start talking about. You want to talk about some of the action we're going to see here?
Absolutely, Kev. So you mentioned the Spazer beam. I gotta hand it to Kip. He made Spazer everybody's favorite beam in this dash randomizer logic. The Spazer beam will be able to destroy the speed blocks, both in Batoon Hallway as well as the Waterway, and also the days of speed-locked items in Wrecked Ship Reserve are over. That is now a bomb block, so if our runners find normal bombs without speed, if they head to Wrecked Ship, they'll be able to get that item. And of course, Kev, how could I forget the starter charge beam, or the charger beam as some people call it.
Yeah, I think that's really great. And you know, so the runners are charging. You know, about the spacer beam, you said the way this is going is you have a lot of different choices and a lot of different things you can check a little bit earlier on, which I think is neat. It makes Wreck Ship probably a more attractive play if you don't have speed. Maybe steer our runners a little bit toward there. And yeah, looks like we might be having some audio trouble. So I'm gonna try to fix that for a moment. Pardon me.
You got it, Kev. Take all the time you need. We want to hear those dulcet tones broadcasting here on Speed Gaming 2. So we got super missiles at Old Mother Brain. We already have power bombs. So all minor items have been found that gives us great access to the rest of the game. But of course, we're going to be checking the Bomb Terizo item. It was just a reserve tank there in the ceiling of Retro Brinstar. Of course, Morphball at Morphball. Not very shocking there. But it's interesting to see where our runners will head once they've checked the Bomb Terizo item.
Yeah, I think just like most randomizers, it's going to largely depend on what exactly they find what they find there. You know, if they find bombs, we could potentially see a play for an early gauntlet check. You have that major that you can check at gauntlet, or another pack of power bombs, because you need at least 10 to get in and get out right there. So that is a possible direction. And we have an E-tank right there, and no BT fight. So no bombs, no BT fight.
I do love that about the way this game is programmed. Like you said, Kev, no bombs, no BT fight. So an energy tank and a reserve tank early for the Criteria and Retro Brinstar Majors. Depending on what Brinstar Shaft has to offer our runners, I think this may be pushing them into some hell runs in Upper Norfair.
Ice Beam, you got that Ice Beam fine right there. That'll help make quicker work of the Metroids and Turians. So even though you have that Spazer and things like Batuin's Hallway are no longer ice locked, it's still pretty nice to have that Ice Beam when it comes down for time. You know, you want to get through these things as fast as you can, and I think most Rando players would agree they would much prefer to have ice going down to the Turian than having to worry about power bombs.
I think you're absolutely right there, Kev. Usually 15 PBs is the safe bet for an iceless Taurian, but like you said, completely unnecessary with Ice Beam at Terminator. I love these seeds where ice is found early, but will we find some suits early? Stay tuned for the next episode.
I was going to say, Zoast did a really sweet Kago through one of the Kagos. It's not every day you get to see that. And, you know, it'd be really interesting to see what other swaggy tech we get to see from Zoast as we go through this match. I mean, really needs no introduction to the community for what a absolutely wonderful runner Zoast is. Movement all is just incredible.
No doubt about it, no doubt about it. You see cemo setting up for that early Supers mock ball. I got a meme on chat a little bit because I tend to get a little overexcited for so-called mundane trips, but oh my gosh, Kev, both of these esteemed Rando runners have executed the early okay, I'm done.
Hey, I think
all right, we're back. We're back.
Is one of the absolute best game tech. Any movement, any game that I can think of. The mock ball is just one of the most coolest movements that you can do. And, you know, you get access to those early supers, you can get under those gates. There's just so much utility for a mock ball in this game as far as helping you break some speed barriers and get through the rooms a little bit faster. So that's just super cool tech. So I'm going to say that the mock ball deserves all the hype you just gave it, for sure.
Thank you so much, Kev. We like to have fun here in the commentary booth here on Speed Gaming too. But nothing too interesting here in Brinstar. We got a reserve tank here at the bottom of Bryn. A lot of decent minor pickups there at early supers, but nothing too exciting yet. But this race itself is exciting. I don't know about you, Kev, but the hunt for the suits continues. I'm thinking, yeah, with this energy, Kev, and 2 reserves, I'm thinking hell runs for sure.
They're definitely doable. The ice hell run is pretty comfy with 2 in a reserve for runners as experienced as Zoast and cemo, and you know, this is you know, definitely allows you, if you're a pretty good runner, and they certainly are, it allows you to get over through Cathedral. Although I don't think, is that in logic with 2 in reserve? I think you need at least 3 in reserve for Cathedral to be in logic. But I'm not entirely positive.
You know, I'm not sure either. I know chat will know, but I think with 2 and 2, I think, yeah, if it's 4 of anything, except for maybe like 4 reserve tanks, that would be absolutely crazy, but still might be in logic. Yeah, but I do think that 2 and 2 is legit.
I mean, I am far more familiar with Zoast's work than I am with cemo's, but I'm absolutely certain both of these runners, you know, being this far into the tournament, can handle anything that the seed throws at them. And you know, something to get chat going there. You guys y'all want to talk about what suits are we gonna find first? You know, there's either that gravity suit or Varia suit, so your heat protection or your swimsuit. I'm wondering. I'm kind of a fan of getting Varia first, you know, but Varia is very tempting. Varia makes you want to go straight to the Norfair as quick as you can. Gravity allows you some options. You might start thinking Meridia, you might think Wreck Ship. That's kind of be where those suits tend to send you.
That's true, Kevin. I did fail to mention at the beginning of our dash explanation that you will have I think 50% damage reduction per suit for just normal enemy damage, but the heat damage in superheated rooms like in Norfair, in Dash, the gravity suit will give a little bit. It won't be like Varia where you take no damage from superheated rooms, but it will decrease the rate by 50%.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really neat feature. It definitely makes something like a kind of reverse boss order style randomizer a little bit more, fetching to the eye than would be in a traditional randomizer with no heat protection from the gravity suit. So again, that's just another feature of Dash that kind of opens up a little different playing style that I think is more suited toward a vanilla player. Just because it's puts you in a lot of your traditional speedrun settings that you would find in a lot of the vanilla categories.
Totally, Kev, totally. How about this route divergence? We've got an X-ray check from Zoast, sticking those D-boosts off of those waivers, and now cemo heading upstairs to the Hellway, making that red tower climb. I wonder if he's going to continue to the surface and check out Wreck Ship first.
I mean, I think that's a really good play. There you go. You got the wave beam.
Well, that's a nice
little extra power to the arm cannon for Zoast right there. I think both of these plays are pretty good. It was kind of nice to see that classic early X-ray. I really don't think you see that as much as you did in randomizers. If I go back, I feel like that was something that I saw in earlier randomizers much more often than recently. But it's pretty neat to see that. That's a very interesting tech, doing all those deboosts off the waivers, and of course taking the damage from the waivers because they do less damage than the spikes do, so it allows Samus to use her iframes to avoid getting really slammed by those spikes.
Yeah, just all the intricate movement and strategy in this game is so clever. Like you said, iframes on the spikes, taking damage off the waivers because the damage is way, way less. But here we got a power bomb pickup for cemo, looking to get that CWJ. Maybe, oh no, he's just going to backtrack a little bit here. And how about normal bombs at Spazer for Zoast? So picking up some interesting items here.
Yeah, and that's another thing too is cemo might have gone for another try at Wreck Ship. Taking a save here might do Gauntlet, might go back to Wreck Ship and feel more comfortable with the save, but without having bombs, cemo only has one option right now to get to the Wreck Ship, and that's needing that CWJ or that continuous wall jump. So maybe they're going to go and see Gauntlet and see if they find something there that makes it a little easier getting to Wreck Ship. That looks like exactly what cemo's doing. Zoast is going to make his way over and give Kraid a hello and goodbye, really swift.
Just hanging out in Kraid's warehouse. 2 major checks as well as a minor check for Zoast. It's the opposite for cemo, heading here to Gauntlet, a major and 2 minor items in the back of Gauntlet. 15 power bombs does make this Gauntlet check pretty simple, simpler than without them, but also plenty of energy. Cemo is in absolutely no danger here. Ooh! Kev! That's a huge pickup for cemo.
So cemo now has really easy access into Wreck Ship, so no problem there. So I wouldn't be surprised, obviously. Nice spark right there.
Oh,
really,
that's a beautiful spark. A reverse shine spark out of Gauntlet? That was money in the bank, Kev.
That was fantastic. You used to see on the backside of Gauntlet done the other way, You're not, you're used to. That's kind of the opposite professional skill.
Yeah, you could say that again. And only another. That's a 3rd reserve tank of the seed, Kev. Zoast rewarded with a reserve for downing Kraid. Kraid quick kill was on point. Sticks the damage boost on the exit. But cemo, yeah, I'd be surprised if he didn't go straight to Wreck Ship now. He's hunting for suits.
Yeah, I think Chance has said this has made the race really interesting, and I have to agree. I kind of like that little payoff there. So we're going to get a chance to see what's happening in Wreck Ship and see what kind of payoff that cemo might get. Maybe we'll find 1 or 2 suits there. Ocean Fly.
Oh,
cemo
wow.
With the swaggy strats. Bringing the A game against Zoast. This is awesome. And
And
another
we
reserve tank.
13 and a half minutes into the seed and we found 4 reserve tanks? My goodness gracious, Kev, I don't believe it. It pinched me. I must be dreaming. Everything's gonna be good from now on. It might be an E-tank, but it's gonna be a solid item. No more reserve tanks.
This kind of makes me wonder, what we're going to find out. We might find something juicy here. We might find high jump at high jump. We might We might find something really cool like a suit or grapple beam. I'm kind of hoping for suitless Meridia. I've become a huge fan of suitless Meridia lately, so I'm really, really hoping that we get to see some suitless tonight. I think I mentioned that last time, and I was disappointed, but the race was so good it didn't even matter at that point.
No, for sure. I really like suitless too. I think there's something elegant about that underwater without gravity type of movement, and just the grapple strategies and everything, the technique to move through the water like that is it's just so interesting and so elegant. There's no other better adjective that I have at my disposal. But cemo is locked into Mortal Kombat here with Fantoon. It's going to be the first boss he defeats. Defeating Fantoon will, of course, power up the wrecked ship and give cemo access to all the goodies that wrecked ship has to offer.
Yeah,
and so take.
I was going to say, cemo doing some really, really good Fantoon strats right there as far as keeping from getting slammed hard by Fantoon, taking out some of those flames to protect himself because, no suits there, and Zoast is going for hell runs. He's all in. This should be no sweat getting the ice beam here with this, but I do agree with the safety save because it's a race, man. Anything can happen.
It certainly can, Kev. We've seen that before, and we'd certainly see it again. But I do like this check from Zoast. Doesn't have a ton of energy, but certainly enough to get in and get out. But he can also reset if it's something he doesn't like. But he really likes that beam, so he's one charge beam away from having the full beam combination, Kev.
Actually, yeah, exactly with the charge beam. But we could do some mini microwaving here. So that nerfed up charge beam. Not that Zoast really needs it, but could put it to a little bit extra use. And of course, with the major minor split, it's not unlikely to find charge before we get going. So I wonder what cemo's big payoff is going to be at the wrecked ship, because like you said, we've already seen. Actually, it'd be kind of funny if cemo ended up with the suits and Zoast ended up with just like the mighty beam combo. And with this beam combo, Zoast is far less likely to continue to look for ammunition at this point. Cemo, on the other hand, with just ice beam and the pea shooter, is probably thinking it's about time to start picking up some of these miners, because who knows what beam I'm going to find.
No,
But
for
it's
sure.
only 16 minutes in, and I feel like we've seen like 35 minutes of action. This is wild.
I know it's a compressed schedule tonight, back to back races, but this is not exactly a jet seat unless we get some. Well, there you go. Varia suit pickup for cemo at right side supers. That might be the play of the game right there, going up to wreck ship like that, and gauntlet.
It'd be pretty good, let's see where the rest, what is cemo going to do? Are they going to look through the rest of wreck ship? I kind of would. It's not highly likely you'll find 2 suits there, but like you said, we haven't seen anything down in upper. We haven't seen anything past Bubble Mountain. We haven't seen anything in Lower Norfair, and there's obviously Meridia there. So, but hey, you could find 2 suits here. So I would imagine cemo's gonna clear definitely the major items for sure.
That's a really
wait
good
a minute.
point, Kev. This is a tough room without normal bombs. Got to use that power bomb.
Can you do sponge bath with speed? I know you high jump, which you can do it. Can you do it with just speed, no high jump? Does he have to bomb?
I think you can. I think it's just really tough.
I think it's doable. I think cemo jumped a little too early last time. Let's see. Oh, there you go.
Beautiful.
So yeah, you could definitely short charge there and kind of do the yeah. Sorry, there's just so much action here. I don't know about you, Hockey. I'm finding it really hard to concentrate because these runners are just mystifying me with their movement,
I
and
know.
just the routing choices have already been really exciting. It kind of makes me wonder, once we get out of here, obviously Varia is going to be sending you down, but will Cemo do a check like X-Ray like Zoast did? I actually. Oh, charge
Oh,
beam.
wow. Charge beam at wreck ship E-tank. That's a huge find for Zoast. It's a good find for Semo, but I think better for Zoast here.
Yeah, I know that this jump is very doable. I don't know if having speed on makes these jumps without high jump. Well, I don't know. It should be fine. I know it's a makeable jump. Come on, Simo, you got this. There you
Look
go.
at that. Sticks the landing. I give him a perfect 10 on that one, Kev.
You know what? Being that my name is Kev Nastics, I appreciate that reference. I'll take it.
Oh, I knew you would, Kev. I knew you would. So Zoe's gonna have to deal with Fantoon. Definitely no sweat. He's got tons of missiles and getting some good drops. But of course, he's got that microwave. Of course, I forgot that he picked that up at high jump boots. But interested to see if Sema will pick that up. And we had Plasma at Ice Beam. So chat also agreeing with us, or asking the same question, Kev. Does Semo bail on wreck ship here, or does he full clear it?
Personally, at 19 minutes in, with this loadout and not having a better beam option, I mean, he's going to peace out. I would go and see what's at. I would go. You got two majors there, and you're only 19 minutes in the game. Nowhere else in the game is direct ship. So, I mean, this might just be Simo taking a big gamble because, going against Zoast, knowing his movement is not going to stack up with Zoast. Maybe he thinks that, all right, I'm going to get lucky. There's nothing good there. I'm well equipped. I can get into Norfair. I can get into lower Norfair. I'm probably going to find something I need on the way there that's going to help me out. So I don't think it's a terrible play. I just don't think it's the one I would have made. I think I would have full cleared wreck ship and just hoping I get lucky that way. But
I'm curious to see if Zoast will bail on wreck ship or if he will find that charge beam at the E-tank. It looks like he is headed that way. But yeah, like you said, there's so many major checks still to be found, especially in Upper Norfair. I think Upper Norfair is a pretty big goodie bag in these rando seeds.
yeah, and Zoast did that sponge ball or sponge bath bombs trick, which I had to do not having speed or high jump, and executed it first try, no problem. I don't think Semo's forgetting about waterway, by the way, and definitely not going to check X-ray with that help, even with these suits. With what he has in his reserves, might be doable, but probably not worth it. I wouldn't check X-ray; it's very slow. Interesting. So, but yeah, Semo's going to go through Spacer, going to go through Kraid, and all the Upper Norfair checks that we have seen, I believe. So, and then some we haven't. But Zoast is going to. We're going to see if Zoast bails on wreck ship, and where do you think Zoast goes next? Probably, lower Norfair.
I think so too. I think he's well equipped now to deal with whatever lower Norfair has to throw at him. He does have a way to get through worst room in the game, and he's got the strongest beam combination in the game. So that's a 20-shot Ridley fight right there.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the decision is, and Zoast is bailing on wreck ship. So I'm going to say, I mean, probably. I mean, it's not a bad move. You're missing out on two majors. There's so many other things that you could find, but interesting. I mean, Semo's got speed and doesn't have high jump, by the way. So these jumps, he's not going to make these jumps by running. He's going to have to turn off. He's going to have to either bomb jump up there or turn off speed. Because yeah, he's just. Hopefully, Semo figures that out pretty soon. There you go. That's because he's just losing time.
We saw the pause to the menu and to the equipment screen. Oh, there we go. Very nicely done from Semo.
I mean, that's just something that I don't know. You would think that experienced randomizer player would know that, but I mean, it's hard. It's a race. You're against like literally the best Super Metroid movement of all time, I could imagine being a little flustered. But for anybody that's wondering what was going on there with cemo, is that having speed, it changes your like horizontal trajectory. I mean, speed I think is meant to work with high jump boots because in the game vanilla you would get in the logic you would get the high jump boots first and then you would get speed. But it really does some funky things. As Kip would say, it does some funky things with your movement when you have speed and no high jump. Or it's just really interesting mechanics. So that's basically why cemo had to turn off speed in order to make that jump, because his vertical height was cut short by the speed, giving him more horizontal height or more horizontal movement. Anyways, go ahead, Hockey. Great quick kill. Pick it up from here.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Charge beam opener, 4 supers delivered to Kraid's just uselessly hanging open mouth there. And another reserve pickup for cemo. He's sure he's going to be disappointed, though, because he's going to get duplicate items here in Kraid's warehouse. So I think Zoast here is in really good position to take a pretty comfortable lead.
Yeah, I mean, on movement alone, and already, having killed Kraid and Fantoon, I mean, and just the beam combo, Zoast is well ahead at this point. And I'm not sure. I would imagine cemo is probably going to go in the same direction that Zoast is right now, going to do the upper north fair checks from left to right. There is a chance maybe with plasma that cemo would just, if he goes to ice before high jump boots. No, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, Hockey. Let's see what Zoast finds up here with that really, really sweet and tight wall jump right there on the right side. Wow. Bubble mountain climb. Extra swag. I love it.
We saw him freeze the waiver there. I thought he was going to use it as the platform, but then I think he accidentally killed it. So that's a great backup there. No high jump to summit Bubble Mountain from the side of it. That's first class movement.
Yeah, that full beam combo though on a lot of these early enemies makes it really tricky sometimes, because sometimes that plasma beam can double hit. So you can take out an enemy when you freeze it, or it's just it's so powerful that it either freezes and then a one-shot kill or a two-shot. I mean, it's a pretty powerful beam. Good spring ball pickup from Zoast. Not really a progression item that Zoast needs, but makes some really cool stuff down the line. Where was Speed, Hockey?
It certainly gives him options with that spring ball, whether he's going to do spring ball jumps or double spring ball jumps, but definitely more useful with high jump. High jump has been an elusive item so far, but Zoast is in a position to check 3 majors here at Bubble Mountain. He's still got Wave, and he's still got Norfair Reserve. And
go ahead, Hockey.
I thought for a second cemo might go down to check Croc, but it seems like he's just going to continue with business center checks.
Yeah, when I was thinking out loud before, I had the same trail of thought right there, and I just didn't finish on it because I remember that if he checked ice, there was no way he was going to skip the high jump check. So, and let's see what Zoast finds here. Chad was talking about whether or not Zoast is in go mode, and basically just needs a way to get out of a Dragon's Lair. Needs either grapple beam or high jump to get out of Dragon's Lair in order to be in full go mode. But, Zoast is definitely pretty close. I know there is an X-ray climb you can do, but I don't know exactly where that needs to be done. So, Chat has it all taken care of.
As usual, Kev, I love it.
They got it for us.
We will use
in our knowledge. They got it.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll crowdsource our intelligence increased just for this race here on Speed Gaming 2. You love to see the support that this community provides, even to commentators such as ourselves. But yeah, cemo booking it using that Frog Speedway. No reason to go upstairs to the cathedral. But Zoast here just being bombarded with E-tanks. I think that's all Bubble Mountain had to offer him at those other 2 checks. Of course, he did get the spring ball.
Yeah, and even though cemo has speed, and Zoast is highly unlikely to find speed, because we all know speed was at Gauntlet. And, Zoast is going to go down and kill Ridley, and hope he finds something to get through Meridia, and then kill Dragon. By the time he gets anywhere near Gauntlet, he'll have virtually no need to check it, won't even bother. So not going to find speed. So it'll be interesting to see if that gives cemo any advantage at all. But I mean, it does have charge beam. Probably not going to find wave because it's at X-ray. Yeah, this is going to get interesting.
This check from Zoast is really interesting. I thought he was fully strapped up to head down to Lower Norfair, but we are going to see a croc check from Zoast.
Cool. I like seeing that. I mean, you got the full beam combo. It's just a one shot. So this could be a pretty good check. Zoast might be, hoping for something. I don't know. Zoast is probably just hoping for Meridia. Figures maybe this will be a quicker way to check Croc, maybe. I don't know.
Be interesting to see if betting on Croc pays off for Zoast here. As Zoast has made, both runners really have made a lot of major checks, so our pool of items is kind of dwindling. We know it's not going to be reserve tank, but as Zoast just found out, there's still plenty of energy tanks to be found.
I think it would be kind of funny if it was in like Waterway, because cemo could have checked Waterway coming back from Rex ship, and there's also could have checked Waterway, so that would be really interesting to me for a seed if Gravity was there, and hopefully both runners will find some Supus Meridia stuff, because that's what I'm hoping for.
No, for sure, Kevin. I'm not just saying this just because you're here and what you just said, but Gravity at Waterway might be my favorite Super Metroid Randomizer item location, like, out of any other possibility. I don't know. I can't really explain or articulate perfectly why. I just think it's such an off the beaten path location, and to have such a vital item there is just it's just kind of oddly satisfying.
I do like seeing this location from Zoast right there, getting a little trolled by his X-ray, but this is something that you don't see too often, but this will allow Zoast to check the grapple beam location. Not having the correct item, although it could bomb jump up there, but that would be a lot slower than doing this. So really cool back way entrance there, and a nice little jump over there to see what's at Rex ship reserve for cemo, and another energy tank. So like Gravity Suit is going to be found in a little while yet.
I thought that movement from cemo and Bubble Mountain with that waiver frozen platform, that was absolutely brilliant. I just wish that this reserve location had something better to give him than an E-Tank. And given this E-Tank, I really hope he skips Croc, because for Zoast, it just completely did not work out. He's got a ton of energy, but not what he was looking for.
Yeah, you get a little late in the seed with a loadout like this, and you're definitely not wanting to have Zoast. It looks like Zoast is farming some supers.
It's got full energy, full ammunition, full beam combo with X-ray. Still got a couple microwavable bosses here, Kev. And here's a save from cemo. So I think he's going to be heading straight to Lower Norfair. He's going to do that bootless lava dive.
Yeah, I think that's one of the really hard things you could do. It's certainly easier than like if you were running a vanilla GT Classic. You look at the amount of E-tanks you have here, and this is way more than you would, but still very, very risky to do those wall jumps and to do that entrance into Lower Norfair without high jump boots. I'm just sitting. I'm speechless because I still can't do it without boots. You give me high jump boots and I have no fear. You give me a gravity suit and I have no fear. You take away my high jump boots and this situation really scares me.
Those with a really good bounce. You know what we say in situations like this, Kev? No sacrifice, no victory!
Oh man, Swift one time from Zoast, absolutely no problems. But this is kind of a tricky lava dive, y'all, because you have to take iframes from that Namahe so you can wall jump up on the spikes, and then it's a really tight wall jump under the Namahe, and then onto the Namahe, and then off to that ledge over there. I mean, it is a super difficult skill. And I mean, Zoast is so legendary, you can do a no-tank lava dive. I mean, super safe for Zoast. I really hope cemo can get through it. I'd really like to see cemo play through Lower Norfair. So please send your love and chat. Hopefully cemo gets this, and I'm absolutely thinking that the gravity suit is at Waterway. I'm absolutely thinking it is. It might not be, but that or high jump boots is probably there.
We got it. We got ourselves a screw attack check from Zoast here with a charge bomb drop. That was really something. A screw attack and screw attack. There's something you don't see every day, Kev.
Oh, man, yeah, but it's gonna be really slow getting out of here. You know, no speed, no high jump boots. We just got a bomb jump out, but you know, Zoast absolutely no trouble here with this double bomb jumping. You know, there's a couple different ways you can infinite bomb jump, and this is the fastest way. And Zoast makes it out of there, absolutely no trouble. I'll tell you what, it takes me almost that long to space jump getting out of there.
I feel you there, Kev. We saw a brilliant lava dive. cemo setting up. He's got the wall jump. He's got it. Yes! cemo went through, headed to Lower Norfair. Fantastic race so far, Kev. This is really, really turning out to be one of the classics in this playoffs.
Yeah, this is pretty good. It was really, really great. Very happy for cemo to get that lava dive. You know, 2 tries is absolutely excellent, everybody. Don't think that, you know, just because cemo missed it, that, you know, oh, that's nothing. I mean, that is a severely difficult trick to do. And Zoe's going for this pixel frame perfect, super tight, super difficult wall jump. Also has bombs, but it's slow. Also has spring ball. Look at that. Jeez, that is unbelievable.
That jump does not exist, Kev. It doesn't exist. It's not real. It's not a real jump. He got that in like his 4th try. Oh my gosh.
I think I tried that for like an hour and I didn't even get one wall jump check off of there. That's just ridiculous how amazing that jump is.
Look at these green gate glitches from both runners. I think they both got first try green gates. Man, such impressive stuff from both of these runners representing their teams. Dog ate my Morphball and Funky Town. My goodness, quarterfinal action here on Speed Gaming 2 in the Super Metroid Item Randomizer League Season 3 playoffs.
Oh wow, this has been phenomenal so far. I hope that everybody's enjoying this as much as we are, Hockey. I'm flabbergasted by just the amount of sick tech that we're seeing here. I guess I should have expected it with runners like Zoast and cemo here.
Definitely some accomplished runners, no doubt about it. Zoast is into Metal Pirates with that full charge Plasma Ice Wave combination, making very swift work of those Metal Pirates. cemo, though, going with a spring ball jump here. Brilliant move to escape from screw attack. Right back into the Green Gate hallway here with all these rippers. But
that was outstanding. So I would figure that cemo would probably, for worst room in the game, will probably use that same tech, that same spring ball tech. Which, by the way, I think I spent 15 to 20 minutes in a race and actually learned how to spring ball jump in a race off a wall in Lower Norfair. So that was really fun.
That's impressive, Kev. Learning on the fly in this game is not an easy thing to accomplish. But both of our runners here, incredibly practiced, incredibly versatile with their arsenal of movement techniques.
It's pretty cool. I think that's definitely one of the things that's most hype about randos here, is that you get to see a lot of tricks that you don't always get to see in the vanilla game. There's that kind of puzzle, you know, that kind of feeling of playing the game for the first time, you know, like a big scavenger hunt. And yeah, it looks like cemo, I don't know if he did that spring ball jump already. I'm assuming they did that spring ball jump. But wow, just absolutely crazy good, unbelievable.
Love to see it. Love to see a worse room in the game tackled easily by both runners. Definitely not living up to its name in this seed, and that is a hot pickup for Zoast behind Ridley. High jump boots. Can you hear the music calling you? Can you hear it, Kev? That Meridian music.
All I want to see is grapple beam, just so I know it's for sure. But I mean, I can't imagine Zoast is going to check anywhere else. Can you do suitless Meridia without grapple beam with the loadout that Zoast has?
I think it's at least in the realm of possibility, but it may not be very fast.
So I know you can do. Yeah, I know there's a crab climb, and he does have spring ball. So, and I definitely know that there's some other stuff, but I'm saying that yeah, Suitless Meridia, boy, that nothing would make me happier. I actually just was running some Suitless Meridia before I jumped in the booth here today, so this makes me extra happy if we're gonna get that.
I think we might, Kev. It really depends on what Zoast decides to do. I can't see him going back to Rex Ship. I can't see him trekking all the way back to Waterway. He's got high jump,
Well, he has no
Varia,
Spazer
Spring
and no
Ball.
speed, so couldn't do Waterway.
Well, I think he does have. Can you ice clip without gravity suit? Or is that not possible?
I think for yeah, I'm sorry, I was thinking of Waterway down in Big Pink.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He does not have Spazer or speed. I'm sorry. So definitely Waterway is completely off the table.
Yeah, but definitely in Batoon Hallway, you could do ice clip without.
Got
You can
it.
do ice clip without suits, like in your RBO in North Korea runs.
So I think that's that. The writing's on the wall then for Zoast. I think we're going to see a suitless Meridia.
It would be really cool, and it definitely makes. I don't know what you need to get through Everest, though. I know the other rooms you can use. I think you'd have to do a crab climb on Everest, which I know Zoast can do. Some of his categories, some of the mean categories that he's run, can definitely do that.
My goodness, I feel like I looked away for a second. Cemo is locked in battle with Ridley. Doesn't have the glorious ultimate beam combination, but still packs a punch with plasma ice charge. But Zoast has already put Lower Norfair in his rearview mirror. He's already back to Bubble Mountain, heading to that Frog Speedway up into Business Center.
Yeah, nothing against cemo, but you know, Zoast made some checks that cemo didn't do, and you can see that Zoast definitely has a strong movement advantage. But just to be able to be this close to where Zoast is right now, I think is really impressive. And check out this tech from Zoast, Speedless Frog Speedway. There's basically garbage blocks in the ceiling. You can do it with Wave and Spazer or Wave and Plasma, and it kind of tricks the game into thinking that like those blocks are not there.
You'll
So
love
that
to
was
see
that
it.
was definitely a really cool tech it's kind of worth knowing about for these because there's a respawning shot blocks. Okay, thanks, ED. Who is this guy?
It's certainly valuable in a randomizer. You find yourself in a position where you don't have speed. Well, if you've got wave beam and plasma, you're all set. And oh, color me surprised here, Kev. Zoast is going back.
Hey, well, you know, honestly, without grapple, maybe he's just getting health right here. Could be just getting health.
That's an interesting point, but it looks like he's skipping the Sloater's refill, as it's called. He's probably doing it out of disrespect, since he already left Sloater's and his team in the dust last round. You know what I mean?
This is interesting. I mean, probably just thinking that, yeah, and I agree. I actually agree with chat saying this suitless is not cozy. You know, having grapple beam, I think would make it, you know, pretty cozy for sure. But without grapple beam, yeah, no way would I do it.
Definitely tough, but I agree with chat here. I'd be really interested to see if Cemo just goes for it.
Well, that's the other thing too is, you know, just like the play to skip the top of Rex ship, you got to make a gamble if you're going to race against somebody as experienced and as fast as Zoast.
So he's going back. Oh, beautiful spring ball jump across the moat from Zoast. So he is returning to the Rex ship to finish out those checks.
So we have two things in Rex ship we haven't seen. We don't know what's in the reserve, and we don't know what's at gravity suit. So yeah, it's please just be grapple. I'm gonna be disappointed if it's. I'm pretty sure it's gravity suit. I'll be disappointed. But come on, chat. Let it be grapple, everybody.
Let the RNG gods shine down upon you, Kevnastics, and give you what you want out of this race, because it has been a glue your eyes to the screen type of seed. Really impressive stuff from both of these runners. You gotta believe that Zoe still has a pretty commanding lead here, but if Cemo manages to pull off what seems to be impossible, Suitless Meridia with this item loadout, that could turn the tide in his favor.
Yeah, still a pretty interesting seed. And that is a long trek from Lower Norfair to Wreck Ship. That's about as far away from Wreck Ship as you could possibly get,
No
and then
doubt.
have to go back and do that. But I do think that, that was probably a good play by both. Cemo did check wave. Did we see a wave beam check before?
I think it was an E-tank. Or no,
E-tank,
it was
okay.
Spring Ball. So I think Cemo did get. Oh no, Spring Ball was at speed. No, you're right, Kev. Spring Ball at speed, E-tanks at Norfair Reserve, as well as Wave Beam.
So Cemo's going to do the croc play right there, and we know that we've already seen what's at croc. So yeah, Cemo will hopefully remember that waterway is an open possibility because that would be quicker than wreck ship.
Oh my gosh, Kev.
Yes, give it to me. Let's do this. Come on, Zoast, go Sulis. Yes.
Yes.
We got it, man.
This is it. Suitless Meridia on the docket. Zoast heading there. Cemo fighting against Crockemeyer, just invading his space and blowing him away, and taking a dip in the acid. But yeah, just E-tanks for Cemo here. We have already seen this from Zoast. But okay, this just got a lot more interesting here, Kev.
Yeah, it totally did. And I want to jump on this because somebody in chat said, why didn't Zoast check the wreck ship reserve? And my thought is, why bother? You already have your full loadout. Zoast probably feels behind at this point because he had to go all the way back to wreck ship to find comfortable Meridia access. So I actually applaud Zoast for that decision to just go straight to suitless. Not just because it's what I wanted to see, but at that point, if I had to go all the way back to wreck ship, I'm feeling behind. I don't care who I am, and I think that's one of the reasons why Zoast is as good as Zoast is, because they feel like, all right, I got to go fast. Just wants that perfection. I guess I don't know. I'm so hyped, Taki. I can't wait.
Well, Kev, you're definitely going to get what you want. Viewers, I hope you appreciate Suitless Meridia as much as Kev Nastix does. Cemo still finishing up the croc check, heading to Grapple Beam. But chat brought up something really interesting, Kev, which is what if Cemo goes to Waterway and its gravity? Could you imagine?
I'm hoping that that's it, because then you'll get to see a big difference in speed. So I was going for that quick entry. I'm not sure if he got it. Let's see. Yeah, got the quick entry with the pause. But turning off that plasma beam, by the way, because plasma has a tendency to kill the fish. So very, very good call right there. Turning off spring ball to turn it back on. Going to do some double spring ball jumps here in the fish tank. Very, very difficult, but just watch and just love this, everybody. The tech you're going to see at Suitless Meridia is just so cool. There's a couple different ways you can get through here. Spring ball and using the enemies and having high jump. It's just wild. Just enjoy it. Ooh, and by the way, this health is not like outstanding. I fully believe Zoast can get all the way through Batoon and all the way through this with no problem. But without having to, stack suits, Meridia enemies do a lot of damage. And I'm not sure why Zoast is checking. Yeah, this is not the check I would be making right now. But you got an E-tank, so Zoast will fill up. But now for the Dragon fight, Zoast is going to have to take a lot of damage to do a Crystal Flash, so I almost wondered if he was going in here to set that up with that low energy, but I don't know, just picking up the E-tank, so we'll have to wait and see.
That's about the best E-tank position for Zoast doing this Suitless Meridia, I think.
He doesn't need the Crystal Flash, that's right, he's got the grapple beam. Well, I like that tech. I do it anyways, just a meme.
Absolutely. Okay, so Cemo did not break the tube, not going straight to Meridia. Will he do it, Kev? Will he go all the way back to Waterway?
I think he will. I don't think he's going to do an X-ray check. And
Well,
I kind of hope cemo goes to waterway instead of going to wreck ship. I mean, if he does wreck ship, um, yeah, come on. Okay, so definitely gonna do an X-ray check.
not a
I gotta learn this
terrible
X-ray
item to
check
get
at
at this
one point
point in the
without
race, though. I think
grapple or space jump. Looks cool.
Wave Beam will complete his beam combination, so he will have as fast a Mother Brain 2 fight as Zoast on the table for sure.
Yeah, I had a feeling that cemo might do the bomb jump. What's oh no, he's gonna freeze the. Oh, that's a nice jump right there. I forgot he had high
Yeah, that
jump.
was
I thought he was
beautiful
gonna
arc.
IDJ.
Looks like Zoast going with the left side sand pit.
Yeah,
Chat kind of bewildered that he's doing so.
I'm kind of curious. Maybe Zoast is looking for. I don't know what Zoast is looking for.
Looking for more items, we gotta have it. More prizes. I'd buy that for $1, Kev.
That's why I like Hundo, dude. That's why it's my favorite category. You get all the prizes, man. You get everything.
Look at the technique from Zoast. Look at those wall jumps. That is very, very tough to do. Look at the rhythm.
Yeah, I'm really. I really thought Zoast was going to go straight for Dragon. So this is a bit of a curiosity, but that gives cemo a chance. We are going to get that waterway check that we were hoping for. So come on now. I think it's going to be Gravity. I absolutely think it's going to be Gravity.
I
We're going
think
to
it's
get
gotta
that
be
really
Kev.
cool seed. We're going to see how this is all going to work out. It's going to be perfect hockey. I know it.
The suspense is absolutely killing me. The excitement, the anxiety is palpable right now.
That's going to be so cool, and then it'd be really interesting because this race will be, I think, pretty close because Zoast has a lot of shenanigans that he's going to have to do here. With the grapple beam, with the dragon fight. Meanwhile, if cemo, full beam combo, speed, which Zoast doesn't have speed. If this is Gravity, this could do it. So
What?
close.
Space jump? That means it has to be at the wrecked ship.
Yeah. I think wreck ship reserve.
Oh my
Gravity's
gosh. I don't believe it. Oh, in my heart of hearts, I had a feeling that it could be Space Jump there, but I was hoping so badly that it was Gravity.
Space jump is a great item. Don't get me wrong; it's seriously cool. But right now, where you would need space jump, it's kind of past its usefulness at this point. Especially because it's going to do no help in getting cemo through Meridia fast at all. And cemo doesn't have that grapple beam, and I think we found the grapple beam. Where? We found it somewhere. Wreck ship.
We did find it somewhere. It was in the game Super Metroid.
Oh, by the way, Speedrunners Arena is raiding. Thank you all. Thank you for coming. Thank you all for coming. This has been quite a seed. We have some Sulis Meridia going on with Zoast right now, and cemo is oh wow, this is not good for cemo. Cemo's not going to find grapple or gravity. Looks like cemo's just going to go straight to Meridia.
Oh wow, that's tough. Because we had grapple at Gravity, but we had Gravity at Wrecked Ship Reserve. It's the only possibility left.
Oof. Well, so cemo is going. Cemo might be, hoping to find Gravity in Meridia. Although I don't know if Gravity can logically be in Meridia. Maybe
I think Chad has said no.
Mama Turtle or something.
I think Chad has said that in Dash that it cannot be.
Okay. Okay, so that's one of the dash changes. Okay. Look at this movement through. Look at this movement from Zoast through the Coliseum. Just absolutely spectacular.
Thank you, Chad. Because High Jump was in Lower Norfair, Gravity cannot be in Meridia.
So this is another thing that Zoast doesn't have any super missiles, so We'll have to farm these Metroids here.
Yeah, thank you, Tracy M, with the emphatic correction. We appreciate it.
It's okay.
Oh man.
So Zoast is damaging down here for these Metroids that where's he gonna get supers from?
I'm not sure, Kev.
Oh, he's already shot that door.
I think we could get a double spring ball jump here from
I think Zoast just
cemo.
realized he doesn't have any super missiles for a crystal flash. This is pretty wild. I wonder when the last time Zoast has done Suitless Meridian.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I believe chat said that he hasn't done it in this league. But, yeah, definitely tapped out on supers. I think he's just going straight for it. Meanwhile, cemo continuing to impress with these spring ball jumps, having a suitless Meridia of his own. Oh my gosh, this is incredible, Kev. Zoast going for the grapple kill. cemo setting up that double spring ball jump to get up Everest.
See, I had to step away for a minute. I'm sorry about that. I just missed it. It looks like Zoast is in this fight. Missed the quick grapple on Dragon, but it's not that bad with Varia's suit. Now, without Varia's suit, Zoast still probably wouldn't have had enough energy to do this grapple kill.
I think so too.
Definitely, the less speed you have, the more damage that's going to do. And here's this really cool grapple escape from Zoast using some of the water physics to just kind of go out of there. Very, very spectacular. Very well done. And Zoast is out of the fight. Now we just need to get out of this room here. And there's some really cool tech that you can do here.
Looks like we get spring ball jumps from both our runners.
Meanwhile, cemo, is that what cemo is trying to do here? Cemo is going to have a really, really tough time with Everest. It's definitely not a comfortable situation.
I don't know. He got the double. I got a couple doubles so far. He's doing a great job. Just got to get that timing. It's such a very, very hard trick to do with a double spring ball jump.
Yeah, the difficulty between a single and a double is immense, and I would imagine that chasm is exactly the same for the double to the triple spring ball jump, and I would not feel comfortable doing that at all. That's really, really difficult tech, so good luck, cemo. And
look
wow,
at that, Kev! GG's to cemo summits Everest with only the spring ball, no gravity suit required. Wow, chat, hyper clap for cemo. That was incredible.
I mean, that's why cemo and the gang are in this, round of 8 here, because they do play this well. They are this good. So, super excellent work. Setting a high bar for their teammates later. But spectacular tech we've seen, across a variety of Super Metroid categories in just this one Dash Rando seed. So that is just pretty awesome.
Very much so, Kev. So I think we're going to get a snail climb here from cemo since he does not have the grapple beam.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
snail
Zoast.
climb is definitely the slow way to do it, but it'll get the job done. I wonder if any of these guys right now are sitting there looking at the chat and wondering if one of the other racers is going to got done at this point. You know, not that it's unusual for a dash seed to to go past the 58-minute mark. It's just that I mean, I guess kind of a little bit, but I would imagine, having to go back to wreck ship and cemo going, how did I not find anything to get through Meridia? I wonder what Zoast is doing right now. There's just they've got to be wondering right now when that dot done's going to come in.
For sure, Kev. But before I comment on that, did you see that snail climb kind of screen wrap from cemo? I mean, chat is bewildered. They are shook by that incredible showcase of movement techniques. cemo, that was incredible.
Yeah, this is pretty awesome. This is exactly what I wanted to see. That's why I haven't been saying too much. I'm kind of almost speechless here at just how well these runners are maneuvering with the loadout that they have. Just really seriously cool stuff.
No doubt about it, Kev.
And speed is that gauntlet for whoever was asking.
Right on. I completely agree, Kev, especially when you have something like as intricate and as tricky as a suitless Meridia with this item loadout. Sometimes you just got to let the runner's movement speak for itself.
There's space. I love it. I didn't happen to notice that that's where Spazer was, because I tuned out while Zoast was going across Batoon Hallway, but that's kind of outlived its usefulness at that point. They have, Batoon Hallway, but of course they've already done that, so that's just funny to me to get Spazer that late in the game.
That darn Spazer beam. Many people love to hate it, but in Dash you hate to love it. Or do you?
I'm a Spazer fan. I don't know. I like it.
I do too, Kev. Absolutely.
Yeah, chat pointed out that grapple helps in suitless Meridia a lot. I would almost dare to say grapple makes suitless Meridia almost twice as fast. So there's a question in there about gravity and the mother brain fight. So the mother brain fight only checks for Varia, I believe, and you can 3 E-tanks is enough for or two E-tanks in a reserve with Varia is enough for the mother brain fight. However, without Varia, mother brain's beam will do 6 tanks of damage.
Right, you are, Kev. So both runners have that Varia too. More than enough energy. And now Zoast is into Torian down the G4 elevator. He's got Ice Beam. No super still, but hoping for some good drops from the Metroids.
Now, cemo is not saving before this dragon fight, so pretty comfortable with their ability to take down dragon here. So we'll see how that goes. And meanwhile, Zoast with a probably slower Turian than you're used to seeing from Zoast, but lacking in a gravity suit to get through that lava and lacking a space jump to just kind of fly through the room. It's going to be a little bit slower, but it's Zoast. Nobody's afraid here. There's that attempt at the microwave tech for Dragon. It did not have.
Oh no! Use Spazer to make it up to that Coliseum climb there. Picked up Spazer right before in that Batoon hallway. I should say Batoon E-tank room. Can't quite get that plasma beam to connect. It's got it now though. Really took Dragon to task there. Very nice fight from cemo.
Yeah, cemo's doing an incredible job. I mean, barring a disaster, I mean, this is Zoast's race to lose at this point. But cemo's got nothing to be ashamed about at this point. This was a very, very well-run race, a very, very interesting scene, and I think both runners would be wanting to shoot themselves in the foot by skipping the red ship check. Although it did, kind of make sense at the time. You could rationalize it, but had one of them picked up that gravity suit, this scene would have been over 20 minutes ago, I think. Well, probably not 20 minutes ago, but at least 15.
At least 15, right, Kev? Brilliant baby skip from Zoast there. With high jump boots, definitely possible. You don't need speed to execute that trick. And Zoast is into the Mother Brain hallway looking for an ice Zeb skip here.
I'm going to try to do his down back method because Zoe still has screw attack equipped. Just going to decide to do it, get rid of it, do it the old fashioned way. Zeb skip, a couple different ways to do it, and Zoast has plenty of ammo to finish this show. And so the only other thing is, will Zoast go for stand-up? My guess would be yes, but we have seen some really strange stand-up scenarios in the last couple weeks here, so let's see what Zoast chooses to do.
He's going to have a very simple Mother Brain 2 fight, 20 shots, 900 damage apiece. Chat, you do the math. It's pretty simple. But cemo, again, locked into this double spring ball jump. He's executed it so well throughout Meridia. He's just got to do a couple more. And he's got the first one. Beautiful job, cemo. Now he's just got to get out of this precious room.
So Zoe's being very, very careful about bumping into Mother Brain. Gotta watch the energy because without the gravity suit, Mother Brain hits a lot harder than she would in the regular vanilla game, I believe. So let's see, Zoast is down. Plus, also want to be careful. Make sure you get to this just below 101. That threshold. I think you need 7 tanks for Mother Brain to stand up, and you need 100 or less help to initiate the cutscene. And Zoast's going to do a little bit of wall jumps there and make sure that he stays off the ground long enough that he doesn't get locked to the floor, and tries to avoid soft locking possibilities. And yeah, that was an excellent exit from cemo, showing just absolutely, oh no, high jump, he can get out of this, but this is not good. You don't want to turn around in the sand, you're going to get stuck. This could be, oh come on cemo, this could be, there you go. I was going to say, that might be GG right there, but yeah. Very, very nerve-wracking moment right there, everybody. That's pretty tough, because suitless in the sand, you just go right down. So I just can't find my words today. This has been such a wild match.
It really has. It's been wonderful, though. Love the use of the Metroids in this Coliseum. Wait for them to unfreeze and freeze them again. Makes a great platform, but Zoast is already into Mother Brain 3. Gonna deliver a handful of those hyper beam shots, and that's all we wrote.
Really well played, Mike. We said earlier you could rationalize the decision to skip the top of wreck ship. Having to make that trek back was pretty painful, but it turned out to be worth it to Zoast. I think they both made some pretty cool decisions here, and we got to see really one of the cooler races I've seen, one of the cooler seeds I've seen as far as where the items were distributed based on the choices the runner made. So I'm really, really glad I got a chance to do this one with you tonight, Hockey. Thank you.
Me too, Kev. I completely agree with your assessment of this seed. It was an incredible watch. It showcased so much different movement. We had divergence, we had convergence, we had a double wrecked ship check with still some skipped items, and it turned out to be the one item that our runners wanted, which was the gravity suit, but they both overcame so much adversity without that gravity suit. We got 2 pristinely impressive suitless Meridias.
Yeah, cemo might be disappointed when they see the dun come in. Maybe wonder why it hasn't come in sooner than that, but at the same time should be incredibly proud of just being able to get enough items to finish this seed, because I know cemo can finish the seed with what they have right now, but that's just incredible. That suitless Meridia was very unexpected and very well done.
Zoast has made it back to the ship. He's going to finish with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 24 seconds. GG's to Zoast, and we do see that cemo has officially forfeit. So that'll do it. Funky Town takes the first race in the dash category, the Varia suit race, but there's still 2 more races on the schedule for tonight here on Speed Gaming 2, and we'll see if the runners will want to join us for a quick interview.
Yeah, we got the comment from Cemo saying, "Wow, I shouldn't have left wreck ship," and I absolutely understand feeling like that. You know, especially with this Meridian, that was as incredibly hard as that. I got to tell you, if I was Cemo, I would have had to have gone all the way back to wreck ship and anywhere but Meridia, because I would not have been able to do what he was able to pull off right there. So that was really phenomenal. And GG to Zoast. Did we announce the official SRL time?
We did indeed. It was an hour 24 minutes. I should say an hour 7 minutes and 24 seconds. And yeah, we'll see if our runners will jump in for a quick interview. We do want to give our crew enough time to set up for the next Funky Town Dog Ate My Morphball match, which is coming your way very soon. That's going to be between Kip and RKC TKC. Still don't know how to say that, but hopefully chat will help me out. RK is a great shortening of that name. Perfect.
Yeah, RK's cool. I've done some Metroid multi-world with RK.
What in the world was that?
Zoast, welcome in and congrats on the W. GG's. I agree with your SRL comment. Great plan, though.
I know. What the heck was that?
I think chat was losing their minds at the double reg ship check, but still skipping the reserve tank.
Wait, I couldn't get the reserve though, right?
In Dash, you can destroy the block with a bomb.
Oh yeah, well I guess I could.
Yeah.
Well, logically, I figured it couldn't be there, like whatever it was, but I'm assuming speed was a gauntlet, so then it could have been there actually. But I didn't think that far ahead.
Gauntlet. Cemo actually picked that up really early.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yes. we actually, so basically, Zoast, if Gravity Suit was at Waterway, Cemo actually had access to Waterway but forgot to check it because he had speed. If Gravity had been at Waterway, then Cemo would have caught up to you probably based on speed and having gravity. So that was pretty exciting, and it was closer in a lot of places than I think you would expect based on the routing y'all chose. So it was really interesting to watch. We had a blast.
Yeah. Oh, that was crazy. Did we? So we didn't see Waterway or Wreck Ship Reserve.
Oh, we did. We didn't see the reserve, but we saw Waterway, and it was the space jump, which for Cemo was about the bottom item you could ever ask for at that point in the run.
Wow, what a race! Then that's really silly.
It was
it was pretty cool. It was just absolutely incredible to watch, and thank you so much for putting on a great show. A lot of really great movement. It was just spectacular to watch.
Thanks. I kind of got flustered in Meridia stuff. My biggest mistake was probably forgetting that first I didn't have ammo to Crystal Flash on Dragon, and I had plasma, but I forgot about it. I could have just microwaved them. I'm sure the chat was yelling at me to microwave Dragon.
I wouldn't say they were yelling Zoast, but there were some comments that were made for sure. But
yeah, at that point, I was just like, I was a combination of frustrated and like, what in the world is a seed? You know, it's like, oh my god.
Oh, dude. Is there something about gas seeds that kind of lends themselves more to tilting if they're not a jet seed, maybe?
Well, I mean, I don't mind like slower seeds, but that one, just the way it played out was super arduous. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It was I was actually hoping for Suitless Meridia, but I didn't want it to be that that rough for y'all. Honestly, I wanted y'all to have a really good loadout for Suitless Meridia going in. Cemo, by the way, did triple springball jumps up Everest and out of Dragon. It was sick.
That's cool. Yeah, I thought about that, but I figured I've checked Croc. I thought it was going to be at top of Reg Ship. I thought it was going to be at Gravity. I thought Gravity was going to be vanilla. So I was like, I have actually practiced no grapple, spring ball, ice, high jump, Meridia, but I didn't think it was worth it if I was going to find Gravity so quick, which I assumed I was going to, but then, of course, I didn't find it that quick. But, what can you do? I figured I was going to find it quick. That's the feeling I had, but
Well, it's still kind of paid off. You still ended up winning the race because Cemo made some like decisions, and it was kind of a hype moment when Cemo broke out of wreck ship at exactly the same. I mean, at different time in the race, but Cemo was there before you were, and
Right.
jetted out of wreck ship after checking the E-tank
Yep.
location, and we weren't sure if you were going to make the same play, if you were going to check attic or not. So it got kind of hyped when you decided to make the same skip as Cemo did, and we're like, wouldn't it suck if the Racers had to come back here later? Man.
Yeah, it's like the double. I don't know how many times I was in Red Tower that race, like 5 times, I guess. Pretty crazy.
Pretty wild.
You signed the lease, Zoast. You might as well, take up residence.
Put a mailbox in Red Tower. Put my name on it.
That's good. You got another you got another win for your team, Zoast. Are you gonna stick around to watch the next matches?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I got pizza and beer earlier, and I'm ready to watch some games.
That's the way to go. Well, thank you for putting on a great show for everybody, and I'm happy that I was able to commentate here with the Hockey Towner, and I'm excited. I'm going to be jumping in on comms with Antinomy next, so I'm going to get myself ready for that. But GG Zost, thanks for the great show, and
Yeah,
Cemo did a
GGs.
great job, and Hockey and everybody, thank you, and I'll see y'all real soon.
All right, thanks, y'all. Thanks for commentating, and thanks for whoever tracked as well.
Well, Kev, it's time for me to bid you farewell. We'll welcome in Sephi for this next race between Kip and RK. That's going to be, I believe that's the power suit match, because the gravity match is later on going to be Gala versus Kuru. So, Kev, good luck to you, and thanks so much, 2D, for tracking. And yeah, looking forward to watching the next 2 races. Have a good night, everyone.